Pro League. It is right now tied 1-1 between CJ Entis and the Jin Air Green Wings. It's gone back and forth, but we are about to jump into a TVT between sKyHigh and
Cure.
The
first of two TVTs, and man, it's going to be exciting to see sKyHigh again. He is so sick at this matchup. We saw it in the Hot 6 Cup where he thrashed Flash, I believe it was, and some other players. And he was looking fantastic at this matchup, man. He's like one of those players that is really specializing in a matchup currently. He's just looking fantastic at it. And thankfully, he's got it today. We get to see him once again.
Yeah. I remember a recent TVT actually on this map between TY and Innovation, where Innovation was able to get a crazy position and really take that 1-2 TY. But we are jumping into sKyHigh versus Cure. Here's sKyHigh. So far, he's 1-0 in Pro League.
Yeah. Ran into a wall in Star League, losing 2-3 to Gumiho. Also lost to Gumiho in the IEM Taipei qualifier. So play with his name, man. Play with his... He just has his name, dude. And one also interesting to note is that Cure recently beat Gumiho 2-0 in that same qualifier. So it seems like Cure knows something sKyHigh doesn't.
Could be, man.
And that's how to beat Gumiho.
Could be.
Let's see what that means in this match.
Well, here's Cure. He is so far 3-1 in Pro League 2015. He picked a 6 song. But overall, his...
I love Dragon Force, man.
Yeah, great band.
Goes crazy, man. Through the Fire and Flames, my favorite. You should have done that one. I'll suggest it.
Yeah, man. No, I love that song. Everybody who's played Guitar Hero 3 knows that song.
I remember that. It was actually at World Cyber Games once upon a time.
Yeah.
I watched like the pros of the world play that game.
Really?
Play Through the Fire and Flames and like perfect it and stuff. It was crazy.
It's pretty insane. That song was known as one of the hardest songs. But anyway, Cure not having that TVT background that sKyHigh does, but overall I feel like a bit of a more solid player. We're about to jump into sKyHigh versus Cure on Catallena. Down here in the bottom right in the red, it is sKyHigh of CJ Entis.
What does that say, Brennan? Too late. In the mid left, we do have the player Cure.
Come on, man. You got to give me some time. I believe it said, let's cheer for sKyHigh. So,
all right.
Apparently it said that he's here even though he's trying to get a job, so...
Well, that's very...
I guess I was not even close to that one.
Yeah, man. You were just guessing, dude.
No, man, I swear I saw sKyHigh's name up there.
You, man. Damn. So Cure, kind of known for his, I'd say TVZ more than anything else.
Definitely.
He's been doing very well in that matchup, but we have not seen his TVT at all in any sort of, in any match in recent times. So I'm very curious to see how he's going to go today.
Yeah. I'm sure that Cure went into this one kind of studying the matches that sKyHigh played and all those TVTs he played, especially in Hot 6 Cup. The reason he kind of came up and started playing really well is, his TVT. Very strong.
We are seeing gas versus once again from both players. It seems to be the trend on these kind of maps that are very close by air, a lot of dropping potential, and yeah, I mean, it's just a normal thing of TVT these days, Valdez. Just what we got to do.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. From here, we'll have to wait and see, man. Is it going to be going into Banshees? Are we going to see mine drops? Just what? Are we going to see early Hellions like we saw in Marine King versus
Journey? Yeah, Journey really putting on the pressure there, coming out with a 2 Reaper build. Adding in the Hellions, and Marine King kind of adding a decently fast CC after that. Not really able to hold the pressure. Kind of fell apart from there.
Yeah.
Especially with the Banshee follow-up.
This map, granted, is also fantastic for Reapers because it has a huge kind of backdoor area, backdoor ledge to jump up on. So you can get all the scouting you'd ever desire on with the Reaper nice and early. But for now, neither player going to that. Going to be going for those really early factories.
Factory's coming out here. Going to make the supply depot as well. So far, these two players are pretty much mirrored. No real difference in the build just yet.
Well, there's your first difference, Valdez. We are seeing a Reaper from sKyHigh,
as well as a Marine from Pure. May look to add a Reaper after that Marine, but we'll just have to wait and see. No, adds another Marine. May want to just put down a bunker. May want to actually just go for a heavily Marine-influenced timing attack with some tanks. We've seen that before as well.
Yeah, we have seen that before. We actually have seen a lot of Marine drops with mines as well.
Yeah.
I mean, not a thing that we have not seen. And we are seeing the first Reaper come out and scout to the northern position, which unfortunately sKyHigh is not.
So far, 3 Marines coming out. Gonna add a 4th in here. Let's see if he continues to make it. Yes, he does. So at this point, whatever Pure is going for, it's going to be heavily Marine influenced. With the starport coming out, could easily see drops. Although,
I think we're actually going to see Banshee for both players, Valdez, because of that tech lab that was recently made for both. So
yeah, and a lot of gas banked up here as well. First Reaper coming in, getting the scout down, sees everything in Pure's base.
Sees a Banshee and Cloak being upgraded. Well, that was the perfect timing for the Reaper. Same time, we do see a Viking being made for the CJ player.
Well, Kier doesn't look like he's going to back off of that. Looks like he's still going to commit to just making that Banshee with the Cloak. Not going to cancel anything just yet, even though sKyHigh did get the scout on everything.
Well, you can still utilize it, no doubt about that. Obviously, you're going to be ready for it in his main base, but he can kind of pick in, harass if he wants to. See how aggressive you're going to see Kier be. Nice Widow Mine placement, really going to relieve the stress.
It's funny, but actually that harassment out of sKyHigh was able to delay that supply depot getting down for a long time. Supply blocked Kier actually for a bit there, about 20 seconds. And in a mirror matchup, that can really mean a lot. You don't want to get behind.
Absolutely. We are seeing the SCV scout go into the natural of sKyHigh. He's going to see when that CC timing is, see if his Banshee wants to make work of that, or he's just simply going to go into the main base. But in the main base, there is nothing actually, nothing at all. Perhaps sKyHigh is assuming that, like, considering he scattered so early, there's simply no chance of a Banshee coming in. He does have a Raven out, granted, but this Banshee can do a lot of damage.
A little bit late on that SCV. Poli's able to get 3 kills so far. Now going to get to work on the gas SCVs. Does get 4, 5, and now he's just going to back off.
Yeah, he's going to get away in time. Zones out just in time before the Raven can really get any sort of vision in. We are seeing that CC being made in the main base for Cure.
Yeah. sKyHigh a bit more out on the map, kind of forcing Cure to make that in the main base, be a little bit more passive with that, whereas the low ground CC coming out for sKyHigh. Going to get a bit ahead there. We do have a high Marine count here of for Cure.
And this is exciting, Valdez, because we are seeing both players essentially go into the same sort of composition, which is going to be Marine tank with some air support. And this is what I want to see, Valdez. This is exactly what TVT is all about to me. It's all about the positioning. It's all about the tanks and the air dominance. And it really becomes a lot more interesting because it becomes a lot more positional and a lot more tactical, I feel.
Yeah. We do see an interesting mix-up here by Cure. He does add 2 Banshees into his air lineup. The Vikings do come a bit sooner for sKyHigh, but Cure with this, he can really grab control of the air if he does continuously make those Vikings and protect those Banshees. We saw Guilty actually use that to his advantage against TY when he won that game.
Banshees can be very, very strong. If you can maintain air dominance, use those Banshees to kind of pick off enemy tanks while your tanks cover them from Marines and whatnot. I mean, it can be very, very interesting when it gets to that point of the game. And we're getting there pretty quickly. Stim being upgraded now for sKyHigh.
Ooh, big drop coming from sKyHigh. He's looking to possibly drop into the main. He does have the better spawns for doing this, of course. You can just go straight into the main from sKyHigh's position.
But noted, there is 2 Banshees, 2 Vikings, and a Raven in position to kind of intercept any sort of drops that come. And granted, those Banshees do have Cloak
Uh-oh, Curie's out on the map. And here we go. Is 2 Vikings enough? He's going to commit to the drop. And the PDD immediately coming down here. Curie dropping his own PDD. But for right now, a really nice position for sKyHigh in the main base. But it feels like, for now, you know, some pretty even air coming in here. The Cloaked Banshee's doing a really nice job against those tanks. You're going to clean that up right away. Yeah,
it's actually getting really nothing done. And sure, he might lose all his Vikings, but at the same time, we are seeing a counterattack by Cure that could do a lot of damage. There's 1 tank and a bunker in position to defend against this.
Cure going to set up on the bottom of the ramp. He does have 3 tanks. Can immediately get to work on that bunker with a nice scan.
The one problem is, though, he does not have any air to kind of help out with this. He did lose the air control.
And also, his stim is very late. We only see him getting it right now.
He's going to try for it. He's used a lot of his scans already, but he's going to be pushing up the ramp, taking hits from that tank.
Here we go. The tanks do siege up here, and the Marines do come up here, but once again, they don't have the stim. The Vikings are able to land and easily hold that off, and they even go back into the air and hold off the Banshee as well with a nice scan. Wow. And this gets totally cleaned up.
It gets cleaned up, but he did lose 10 SCVs in that natural.
Oh, wow.
So not a bad trade at all. For Cure, I feel like he's still pretty ahead. His economy certainly is. And he can still make enough of an army to kind of be safe from any sort of counterattack that may come. They did trade pretty evenly.
Yeah. Excuse me. This out of Cure, actually, I like a lot, where they put this one Widow Mine out on the map and just try to pick off drops, try to pick off big groups of Marines. You just put it in the random place in between, you know, in the road between the 2 players. And if the other Terran player is not looking or is not thinking about it, can definitely get some nice damage done.
Yeah, Kira was in position, actually, to defend against a drop. Still can't make up his mind, going back in. And looks like, oh, perfect scan. He knows exactly what's going on.
You know what that's going to do. Oh, my God. He's going to get 1 Viking here. A decent hit there.
Going to help out a lot. Going to try siege from the low ground. I don't see this getting too much done, though. He's going to get the reactor on the starport, which is, in turn, pretty damn important for those Vikings. He really needs that air support.
That he does. Stim about to finish up here. Fortunately for Kira, those tanks aren't close enough to hit that stim, so we'll get upgraded here. But again, that starport may have to lift up here, but again, it's going to lift into Vikings, which the Vikings are right over the starport of Kira, so it's able to immediately pick off that 1 Viking that pops out.
Yeah, he's pulling SCVs now, but that is taking a lot of damage. And it looks like he's going to make his move. Moving forward now, sieging up tanks. Oh, bit of damage, but saves everything. Both players not taking any critical damage on their units.
+1 about to finish up here from Cure, whereas it's a bit later from sKyHigh. We do also have a much higher Marine count here for Cure. He's got 30, whereas sKyHigh's got a bit more air control.
I think the air control is very, very important, though. Granted, he is kind of stopping the Viking production now, making Medivac. Okay.
Yeah. Really liking the sensor tower, actually, out of Cure. It's so annoying on this map when TBT spawns. So many drops can come in. Just adding that 1 sensor tower for safety. A small investment, but can really save you from some unexpected drops a little bit later on in the game.
Look at this drop on the far right side as well, Valdez. I think this is going to be a massive, massive game changer here, because there is absolutely no defense for sKyHigh. He has no turrets anywhere. All his units are out in the middle of the map. You see the scan. And, ooh, nice picks from sKyHigh as well. Getting rid of one of the Vikings, one of the only Vikings.
Yeah, and even forcing a big stim there. All the 2 medevacs that Cure actually has are not with that army, so all of those Marines were stemmed back at home. And sKyHigh's got a really scary army, but at the same time, he doesn't have much at home. Here comes the drop.
Yeah, this is going to do critical damage now. sKyHigh's put in a position where he has to kill. He has to kill him now, because he is just taking way too much economic damage. That's why we see Cure pull all the SCVs, and I think there's just simply too much.
There's a ton. Pulling those SCVs is so critical to holding this off. And look at this, 22 SCVs go down in the main base of sKyHigh. Not even able to pull those away. So much economic damage being done here by Cure.
The CC is going to go down in the main. There is no way for sKyHigh to clean this up.
He's just like awkwardly going back home now. He scans. He's like,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm 70 supply down at this point. I guess I'll defend now. and try and make it come back on one base in a mirror match.
What can he really do at this point? You know, his attack got defended pretty easily. He's going to come back and clean up the medevacs, but granted, there are still so many Marines here doing way too much damage.
So much value from this drop, and yeah, there was nothing. sKyHigh was completely unprepared. Completely unprepared. Not even one turret in position.
Yeah, man, I was kind of scared.
GG.
But GG, first of all, I was kind of scared, you know, those 2 drops with a lot of Marines going out on the map that he was not going to have for the defense at home. But he knew if he just played defensive, get those tanks in a good position back at home while going for a kind of really, you know, long drop around the map that's not going to get detected. If he can eventually get to that to the base of sKyHigh, he can do so much damage, which it did. And he does bring in that second win here for Jin Air.
That's right. Next up, Young versus Maru, another tough match. Both Terran is amazing at this matchup. Maru not showing the Maru of last year just yet, but he still has potential to do so well. Very, very excited. I didn't know who's going to win. I think I might have said Young was my prediction.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, though. We could go to the ace match very easily, Valdez.
That's kind of the theme of Mondays, isn't it? We always seem to go to many, many ace matches. And kind of the theme of this season of Pro League as well. Just so many ace matches in general. Lots of long days, lots of really close matchups. Lots of rookies coming in and winning their first games and bringing it in for their teams.
Been a lot of fun so far.
I've been having a lot of fun as well. But Young versus Maru is the matchup. I believe I voted for Maru in this one, but again, it could go either way.
Going to be on King Sejong Station as well. So no doubt going to be another pretty aggressive drop-heavy sort of style from both players.
Yeah. This is the same map we saw from TY versus Guilty, where Guilty was actually able to take that win. I mean, this is very interesting. It really rewards, like we were saying, that drop kind of play. Rewards kind of like TY's style of getting behind those rocks at the natural, taking out the gas, getting like small advantages like that as well.
Yeah. It really came down to it was just like a lot of things, but that drop at the end, just sKyHigh completely unprepared. He's a very aggressive Terran, no doubt about that. He's very, very good at the style that is most commonly used from at the moment. But yeah, just a big mistake there. Just a little too all in with his attack. Just caught completely out of position, forced to attack up the ramp. He didn't want to and just gets crushed for it.
That's the thing. I mean, if you've got your tanks on the high ground there with a decent amount of Marines, if you can pull your SCVs to survive while going for that kind of drop that Kira did, you're going to win the game.
Yeah. Yep, no doubt about that. Now, Mari versus Byung. Fantastic match, man. I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait to see the plays and their songs.
Yeah, man.
I wrote a bunch of stuff down, but I don't want to read it.
Yeah, don't read it just yet.
No, man.
Save that for the match.
I'll save it when they can't see me on camera.
Yeah. Another interesting thing about this map as well is that Reaper build's very powerful. Very easy to just jump right into the main, get that information.
Same sort of properties as Catallena. It has that big
very true.
ledge at the back that you can jump onto and get a great sort of scout of the base, which is what we saw sKyHigh do in that game.
Yeah.
Kind of saw everything he needed to see. Okay, Bling. It was Cloak, Banshee.